The iron cross, probably one of the most iconic skills in gymnastics. And today, I'll be showing you my top 5 exercises to get yourself an iron cross.
Getting soft, brother. Soft and light.
So the first step is chicken dips on the P-bars, and I'll show you exactly what to do right now.
To start with, you're going to have the rails fairly close. If that's too easy, turn them out, which makes it a little bit harder. If that's too easy, you can add a weight jacket, you can add 2 weight jackets, and you can also add ankle weights.
Exercise number 2, we're going to start off with just support holds on the steel rings. So just having your arms next to each other and you're just going to do support holds. Then we're going to move on to little presses from the side. Not all the way to cross, just doing little presses, fire up the muscles so you get into that motion of starting to do a cross.
So we're just going to start off with support holds with your arms straight. If that's too hard, you can use an elastic and that will make it a lot easier. Then we're going to move on to small little presses out to the side. If that's too hard, we can then use an elastic again, which makes it a lot easier.
I highly recommend this tool. It's really useful and it does make it a lot easier. So now we're moving on to exercise number 3, full cross presses this time round. And there's a load of different variations with different levels. So no matter what level you're at, you're able to do this and go through the motions of doing a support all the way to the cross. So there's the extendable rings cross press, which is probably the easiest, I think. So for this one, you're gonna need extendable ring straps, or if your rings, which are already attached, if they're open like this, you're able to do it on these rings. Also, for this exercise, you're gonna need either like arm bands or pieces of foam or some sort of protection on your arms, because where you put your arm through the ring onto the strap, it can rub your arm. So try and find some sort of protection. You can have elastics like I had in step 2, either on your feet or it could be through your body.
How hard this exercise is depends on the resistance of the elastic band that you have. This one I was using was pretty loose, so it actually was pretty hard.
You can also have your coach supporting you with the cross presses, or you can do looped rings presses, which is probably the hardest.
To set up, you've got to loop the loops around the strap of the rings and then just put your arms through the loops and then you're ready to go.
We're doing it with loop bands. You're practically doing it by yourself because the center of mass is really close to your wrist, so it literally feels like you're doing a cross. So this is quite advanced, so even I struggle with it. But again, you can combine this exercise with, for instance, the blue elastics as well. So there's different variations of the cross press. There's multiple exercises, there's multiple ways of doing it. So you can just mix and match and just find which exercise works best for you. Step 4 is static iron cross hold. So we're gonna put the rings, if you can, to the same level as your shoulders, and you're gonna just jump into cross, whether that's with an elastic, with a coach, by yourself, or with the loops. Any of those methods, we're taking out that press and we're really just isolating the cross hold.
Again, how hard this exercise is depends on the resistance of the elastic band you're using. And you don't necessarily have to hold the cross. Even doing little jumps into a cross is a great way to fire up the muscles and get your body used to doing a cross.
So the 5th exercise and the last exercise, probably my favorite, is actually eccentric bicep curls. And if you ever suffer with elbow pain doing crosses, if you have hyperextended elbows, this exercise is perfect for that. I don't get any elbow pain doing the crosses anymore, and I believe it's from doing these exercises.
So if you've never done this exercise before, I would recommend starting with quite a light weight and then moving on to the higher weights. And this way you're preventing any injuries, and then you're really strengthening your bicep tendons.
So if any of those exercises helped you guys out, please subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below. I wish you guys the best of luck in your iron cross journey. Remember, hold the vision, trust the process, and you'll get the iron cross. Persistence is key. Let's go.